Ta-da! Hey everybody, hello and welcome back to Larry's attempt to convince MJ that mods are great. Also known as OPTV and Conan Exiles. Yay! Welcome back, Larry. I can't believe you're still doing this. You've got a lot of
It,
gumption.
it's working. It's working though, kind of so
Oh,
far.
yeah, it is. It is.
See?
It is working some. Oh, now for the loud noise is back. Let's see if I can actually
Oh,
get on the.
is it my sound
No,
that's really
no.
loud?
The login is super
Oh,
loud
gotcha.
Conan music. And when I went off the window to welcome everybody, then it was like la silent, la silent. Oh, you've added another one.
Oh, yeah, I had to add another one because one of them, I it used to have its own control panel, but now it uses an independent control panel. So I apologize for that. I forgot to tell you,
That's
but
okay.
I
Can I
added one
show
more.
everybody all these mods now? Can I
Yeah,
show
and
how many mods you have now added to the server?
that's actually a good idea because these mods that I'm showing right now are going to be the ones that we will be using. Like this is the final list. Like I will not be adding any more.
Alright. Now we've told you a few in the stream post, but look at all this.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Oh wait, can I see them from my screen?
I mean, if you look at the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at the stream and just give a little rundown of what each one of those are. Like Pippi is an admin mod. We're gonna use that to kind of build some of the stories that we'll be building. The mod control panel is actually mod control panel actually controls is like an interface for a bunch of different mods. I'm for this particular setup, I'm only using it for one mod, so I had to get a second mod to
Oh.
have. Yeah. So yeah. Sudo is or sudo. I don't know how you say that. Is a that's an API. Actually, it's an API mod that basically allows a bunch of other mods that we're using to communicate with each other. I added also just for customization fun. There is female new faces and male new faces. It adds like 10 new faces to the customization. Grimm's Wonder Body upload is
That
it's
sounds
just
like
a
some
different.
kind of crazy movie.
It
Grimm's
does.
Wonder Body re-uploaded. It must be the second movie in the
Yeah, it is. It
trilogy.
is the second. It's the second movie. It's the second. Yeah, basically that's just a different shaped body. I think it works a little better in general, and it also works with some of the other customizations that we have a lot better. Um, Barbarian Barber is pretty much what it sounds like. It's a bunch of hair. It's hair for different styles of hair from female and male type hair. I guess it doesn't. I guess it doesn't distinguish actually in I don't think it distinguishes. I know there's some that used to distinguish, but I don't think it distinguishes anymore. Thank goodness. Um, and Nocturnal Gods war paints are actually the reason why I put that in there is also for customization. I didn't show any of it, but that does have a lot of um, non-human war paints, so it makes it look like you can look like uh, a cat creature or something, or a lizard or things along that line. So it gives different textures to the skin.
Is that where the
Uh,
dragon one comes from too?
Actually, a dragon comes from Grimm, the second Grimm's one, which
Okay.
yeah, I don't think we got to that. Yeah, the dragon one comes from Grimm's Productions. Uh, RA, which is Roleplay Aesthetics full fantasy extension, that has mostly just ears. That's the biggest thing that we're using that for are the ears.
Ear
Uh,
extensions. There you go.
ear exactly ear extensions. Evil's Cabinet. That is just I just really love the some of the armors that you can get in there, and I figure if people are going to mess around with armor, if you want to, I do want to do, and I'm sidetracked just here for a second. I do kind of want to do a session 0 before we get into actually the main thing where
Okay.
everybody can kind of set up their character,
Okay.
because that by itself is probably going to take a bit, and I don't want to eat into like the campaign time to do that. So we'll probably do in 2 weeks. We'll probably do a session 0 where we set up all the characters, and then we'll get into, like a little one shot.
Did we skip over Grim Productions there?
Yeah, oh
Did you skip
no,
over that one or?
I guess I did. Yeah, I didn't mean to. Grimm's Productions actually does a lot of stuff. They do some of the customizations for different races, like fantasy races, but they also have a ton of uh, kind of off the wall. Actually, the hat that my character, you'll see when we get in the game, the hat that my character is wearing is from Grimm's Productions, so it's got like that kind of aesthetic to it. Um, and Exiles Extreme is, oh, I'm sorry, I skipped Immersive Armor. Immersive Armor is just another one. It's basically Immersive Armor is just a lot of different accessories and things that you can add to your character. And in fact, I've got several pieces from Immersive Armor on my character right now. Um, and Exiles Extremes is, um, I'm using that mostly for, I'll use that when I'm doing setting up the dungeon. There's Although there are things you can add to your character from Exile Extremes, or Extreme, I'm mostly using it because there's some really neat things in that mod that for creating different monsters and things along that line. Shawnee's stuff is a deco mod. It has a bunch of decorations, and why I like Shawnee's uh, is because their decorations are customizable to the point so if I want a picture of something, um, let's say I want a map, they actually have a an item that is a blank map that you can put in a URL to an image, and it'll drop that image onto that map.
Oh, I'd hate to see the kind of poster some people put in.
Oh, it yeah, yeah. Yes, I have seen those.
Every game that lets you put in images, you get some
Yeah,
racy photos that
yeah.
happen.
There actually is a term that game designers use. It's called TTP. It I Do I have to tell you what the TTP stands for?
Nah.
Time to something.
Yeah.
And it's basically how fast is that going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and
We've
yeah,
discussed that in Mott before. How quickly does it?
yeah. And with Shawnee stuff, it is immediate. uh, and what's the next one? I can is that
Shadows of
Shadows of
Skelos.
Skelos? Okay, so Shadows of Skelos is actually those two. Um, that one, Shadows of Skelos Volume 3, is the one that I actually really want to show today. So we'll get into what that is. And Shadows of Skelos Extended is again is another deco mod, and I will be showing off some of the key features of that one as well today. Beyond Decor is just it's a rustic edition, but and both Beyond Decor and Beyond Decor Rustic Edition, just really cool stuff like decoration, and I might want to use some of it as I'm building things. So I wanted to include that one. Um, Dungeon Master Tools is another one that is going to assist with any kind of monsters and things along that line. I might not actually use Dungeon Master Tools, but I figured I would probably throw it in there just in case.
Wait, what was
It
Northern Timber?
Oh, we skip over Northern Timber. Sorry, I'm. It's really
Oh.
small on my screen. uh, Northern Timber is Northern Timber is a building mod. So like you we'll see it uh, whenever if we start building something. There's it'll uh, so there's like sandstone and things along that line. Well, Northern Timber adds, I want to say, five other sets that are all kind of woodland related. Like there's stockade, there's a um, I forget what else is on there. I know there's a northern one that actually has a thatched roof with snow on it. It's pretty. It Yeah. I wanted to use that to help build the dungeon. There's some there's something I want to add. I want to do in the dungeon that is going to kind of require something like Northern Timber. I'm like, well, I might as well just put it in there because I want to use something like that for the dungeon. Tot roleplay redux. We've talked about that one. Uh, Pythagoras expanded building. Um, so Pythagoras, I mean, people know who Pythagoras is, because of Pythagoras theorem. But that mod was originally built with just like what do they call it now? I'm trying to remember. If you go out too far, if in Conan, if you go out too far, stability. That's the word that they use. Pythagoras expanded building eliminates the need for uh, stability. I know that creative control, creative mode now kind of eliminates that. You can eliminate that on the server, but the expanded building actually goes kind of to the next level. You're able to like put walls together and kind of Frankenstein some building pieces together so that they look like something completely different. I I don't, without really diving into it. It's hard to explain, but it adds a lot of flexibility to building. And is the same with less building placement restrictions. Basically, the idea with that is that we could build wherever we want, and we also don't have to worry about overlap and things along that line. I can overlap items on the you know uh, as I'm building a dungeon. I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. That's why I have that one. Tot chat. We talked about that one. It's a chat box. I guess it's just a really really good one. Devious Desires. That one is actually an emote mod, and it is super extensive. We're not going to get into all of it, but I do want to have it on there because emoting is so much fun in like role play scenarios. Um, and you can do partnered role. You can do partnered emotes and things along that line that are really kind of neat. Um, there's that's another one that's a kind of a TTP kind of a situation, but uh, I've turned that off. You can turn that off on your server if you want.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. Tot Custom, we that one. Oh, it's back. It's
Yes, it's
back.
back. It's back. I am so glad. Is there any story on it coming back, or is it just appeared
Is
and no
there
one
a
needs to say
story?
that? You know, is that
Oh,
part of
there
the
is
it's
a
coming back?
story.
I am
There
curious because we were talking about it quite a bit.
there is definitely a story, and we should. That's an extensive story. I'll wait till we get in the game, and I'll tell you all about that. And because it is a uh, I don't I have I'm going to have a real hard time separating my opinion of the situation from the facts, but I will do my best to present the facts as they are. And
And then
but
opinionate all you want because I mean this
yeah,
is our
yeah,
stream. We can opinion how we want.
okay. I just I don't want to I don't want yeah I don't want to come across that there isn't another side to the story, but from I do have my perspective on it.
All right.
And then Todd Admin is very similar to Pippi. It's kind of it just is a different one. So there we go. Um,
All
that's
right.
every. That's I don't know how many that is. I didn't count
That's a
them.
lot.
Uh,
I mean, it's
it's
scroll. It's a scroll, scroll, scroll. All right, I'm gonna move
it's
over to your screen now as I log in,
okay.
and that way you can get going on stuff right away. Because we know I have to remake a character, or no, import.
N- No, well, okay. So
Can I
with
import?
the character you had made before, whenever we had Tot going,
Yes.
should be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it saves it local based on the map, and actually it just saves it
Oh,
local.
but it's not
For
the one we
Tot, it
just
just
made
saves it
last
local.
time. That was the one I really liked.
Unfortunately, is not.
That's the one I want.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
yeah,
told
you'd
me
have to remake that
I
one.
could do I could
Well, that was before we had before Tot Custom came back.
I don't
Otherwise, I'd have 3 more mods on there.
They took your wealth and your pride.
Sorry, I'm trying to make it
Finally.
stop.
They left you to die.
It's doing the whole beginning dumb thing again.
Oh gosh.
Do
Well,
Stop.
when there is nothing left.
it's going to be a minute because it's got to load all the mods before it gets out of the movie.
And I can't mute it, folks. I'm so sorry. I went out to mute it and my sound bar's not responding. It's like, sorry, too much. So yeah,
So
it's
what-
being loud over
So look,
you. That's
so
what
you
I'm
can watch
trying
my
to-
goblin. What?
Yes, you can look at the goblin while listening to Conan being bit by little hellhound thingies.
Yeah, it's great.
And me hitting my keyboard trying to make it go away. Oh, there we go. At least I was able to mute it now. All right.
Cool.
Continue with our lessons.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
now
come
that we
on.
have Tot back.
Get that funky pose going again. Come on.
Oh, okay. So this is Devious Desires.
Yes.
I don't. I have used this for so long on this particular key that I do not remember the default key to bring up Devious Desires. So I truly apologize. I don't know. I don't remember. I use numpad 2 to bring it up, but that's not it. Like that is not what it is by default. So this allows for emotes. As I scroll through,
He
you
did
can
some
see how many there
styling
are.
stuff there for a.
Oh, here we go. We'll dance. It's got some amazing dances.
I noticed they did the whole Princess Leia basically look.
That's the Durkito
Darketta,
look.
yeah,
Kinda,
but
yeah.
still. I mean, we all know that was taken from Princess Leia too. Come on. Okay, that just looks a little creepy with him.
Does it? Yeah, I think it's good. It's what he's gone for. There's so many emotes in this one.
Oh
And
my
and that's
gosh.
not all. Okay, let me get a hold on. Let me get one that is he's kind of just kind of facing forward.
That one looks a little bit like a seizure.
He's dancing.
Yeah,
there's
well,
these
I
two.
know a
I
lot
forgot.
of people who
These
look
are
like they're having seizures when they're trying to dance. So,
these are kind of new.
combat
If they're the
monster
one- hold
ones.
on. Oh no, the magic ones. I was looking for the magic one.
Wait, isn't the one above
Yeah.
flirtation?
Those are all defeat and
Oh,
injuries.
defeat injury. I just saw the D. So,
Yeah. There's some where he'll fly back.
really? Oh gosh! Wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Okay, here's the magic ones. And they even put a little thing in your hand. Watch this. This is a very like there is a lot to this mod too, and I'm barely going to touch on it.
Wow.
But you can let me hold on, let me just kind of stand still. All right. What I can do, let me zoom in here so we can see. Is that there are you can adjust the eyes and eye and mouth expression.
Oh, I see that one there. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Ah.
And so I know that
Oh
there's
man.
other there's other games that kind of have similar mods. I want to show. Hold on. You can do with this one. I'm trying to. Here it is. Eyes closed. Just to give an example of just how controllable this mod is, how much it can control your character.
Now,
This button here,
can are those things that stay on your character, or can you like hotkey change your expressions with these? Like in the mid of role playing, do you have to go in and go to this whole rigmarole to change an
there
expression quickly, or is it just stuck like that until
uh that is a good question. I think there is some hotkeys.
or radial or
Yeah, there
something?
are keybinds.
Okay.
There are keybinds you can do, but I I honestly do not know how extensive they are.
Oh, switch to facial tab, switch to DV tab. So you still have
Yeah.
to bring them up, and it's not like I can just hit
Y-
E and make him scream out. Oh, okay.
right, but you can add favorites. But you can also do this. This is another thing that's really cool that I like. Just the level of control that you have. If I put on the advanced, I can actually control how much of the expression that he has. Like this top slider is for his eyes, and you can see I can kind of have his eyes
Sleepy
closed,
Goblin.
and then I can have his kind of have his mouth open. You know, but just and there's also a so if you have a set, kind of a set of emotes, but they're kind of in the wrong place, you can move them around. Now, once you start moving, though, it resets you, resets you back.
Okay.
There's also so you have partner scenes. So you can have people talking to each other, kissing, hugging, whatever you want to do, that kind of thing. Uh, and you where or one of the really cool ones is that you can dance together, so they're in sync with each other, and uh, in and they could now you have to set it up. You have to have one facing the other one, but you can set up where they're in sync with each other, and there's some really cool dances that work in tandem with each other that are really great.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, and also you can carry other players.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if by default I can do this or not. I think you have to give me permission. Oh, let me stop the animation. Where'd you go? There you are. Okay, let me see. Oh, nope. I did not. It's not by default. Good. You do have to consent to it or have the consent already set up.
All right. She's starving.
Oh, well, I have roleplay redo set up. You can hit Shift R and then hit the knife and fork.
All right. Yeah, I want the other character I spent all that time making. That's who I want to be in the. Now, so I can't. Can I bring that character into here? Like if I saved this one.
That was on a different mod.
Oh, and you don't have that mod in here.
I do not have that mod installed because that mod, Tot Custom overrides that mod.
That stinks. I like that other character better. Oh well. Before our next thing, we'll be making characters on the next game. So
Yeah, we'll be making characters the next one go around, so you'll have plenty of time to do that. Okay.
There you go, little bard man.
What's the button to close his mouth? Stop animations. Is that what you were looking for? There's one right here. It says mouth expression intensity. I don't know if you can see that. I think Mo might be in the way.
You can also pick a different.
Yeah, you can also pick different expressions. But if I hit stop animations, that stops every animation. If you just want to stop like the facial animation, there's this. You can stop the arm animation, which there's partial animation. Like if you want to carry a drink? Oh wait, I have this thing on. I can carry a drink. And that, yeah. And also, if I had permissions, I don't know if you can see this down here. I'm trying to see if Mo's covering it. No, he's not. Okay. I can select who I can if they have it set for me to do it. Like right now, I don't think I can do it. Yeah, it's not gonna. Oh, well, you were added to my targets. Oh, can I make you do?
Okay, I'm a target now.
Okay, yeah, okay. You do not have consent. You did not give me consent. Okay, you can be my target. You can be my target, but I don't.
Okay, do that again. How do I give consent? Does something pop up on my wheel?
Okay.
Or?
It's in settings. It's under the cog here, which I don't know how you do it.
Okay.
And there's whitelists.
That was probably something I just took off on principle. Who knows what Larry would do then, right? Make me dancing all over the place or something.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to show today is I've already kind of built a little bit just to show you what it is. What I want to show is Shadows of Skelos.
Yes.
Volume 3 specifically. And if you look towards the waterfall and look up, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about.
Wait.
Do you see it? Look towards the waterfall and look up.
Wait, what? Waterfall?
The bridge.
Oh, that's not a waterfall. That's a broken
There's a waterfall
bridge.
on it.
It's a broken
bridge.
But
it's specifically the waterfall, but the broken bridge. But yeah, if you look right there, it's huge, gigantic. You can't miss it.
Yes, I'm trying to show people, but every time I try to tab out, I go jumping back in the grass.
Oh, well, you can see it on my screen.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a dungeon. Now, there are certain maps, and even on this map, and I'm just not doing it in that area because I don't want to. It's too much hassle at this point to build in like non-buildable areas, or sorry, not non-buildable, but not where off the map it's a little bit more difficult to build off the map, but it can be done. It's just not fast. So I just did this here because it's fast. And let me do something. Do you have the admin password?
I did at one point. It might still be there. You want me to go and try
Yeah.
to...
Yeah, make yourself admin, and we want to fly up to the top of the bridge.
Oops.
Also, if you notice where I pulled the loot from, the loot is on this backpack thing. I can pull it off, put it back on.
Larry, it looks like I accidentally brought up the create your character kind of page thing. I don't remember. I can't figure out how to get rid of it.
Are you? Is it the Shift B?
I tried Shift B.
Just... Oh yeah, hit escape.
I'm hitting escape. I don't.
Oh, well, do Shift. You should be able to hit Shift B again. It'll make it go away.
It's not doing anything.
Oh, okay. Hit escape. Sorry,
I'm
hit
hitting escape. This is escape. You hear?
Really?
Yes. I can't.
I don't know why it's stuck. Let me see if there's a button you can hit. Nope.
I mean, I thought Shift B might help, but...
Well, I know that escape will do it. It should do it.
It's not.
Are you moving around? How are you moving around like that?
What? I'm not moving. I'm moving just my
Oh, okay. You're zoomed out. I see.
Oh, yeah. I'm just...
I didn't know you can zoom out that far. And escape is not working?
Nope. All right. We're going to
not...
Larry's screen, and we're going to follow Larry up.
Okay. While you figure out why...
I don't know. I can't...
You might try relogging. I don't know why you I mean, even hitting escape should get you something.
You'd think, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go forcefully shut this down.
Cool.
I have been having troubles. Once I gave myself admin, suddenly it broke. I broke the game.
As you can see, look at it. I'm going to show you this first. So to start a dungeon, you need a foundation. Once you've laid a foundation, after that it doesn't matter. You can build and build and build.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That is all it takes for stability. And this is a little off. You can see but there's ways to fix those kinds of things. I just kind of want to show you everything, all of this. And I, piece by piece, built all of this. But the thing is, this is one thing I really wanted to...
It looks like you just Play-Doh squirted something out. You know, one of those Play-Doh machines where you stick the Play-Doh in and it shoots out this long tubes of stars or whatever. That's what
it's kind of what it is. It's a cave. It's if you go in here, it's a cave.
All right, yeah, I see the line between the floor and the
Yeah,
walls.
You can see. Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, and then
this right here. That's not a line.
Or not. Go inside. You see?
You mean
seam.
this?
There you go.
The seam. Yeah. You can hide those. There is a piece, and I'll show you how to hide those. it show you that you can hide those.
Now this looks
But
exactly like so many DDO dungeons we run into. Right here. Kobold Lair. Dirt shelf we're running down. Oh,
yeah.
Alf Krinsky, it was kind of a rhetorical question. I wasn't particularly fond of killed by Sadako expression at Haddo. Whoops. Sorry, I keep clicking that on accident.
The waterfall, just because of where I placed it, the waterfall goes through the roof here.
So are these are prefabbed pieces? They're not things that you've actually put in and shaped?
Right, they are prefab pieces. So this
Okay.
one was exactly the same as the last one. I just wanted it to go down just because I just wanted to show that if you put it next to things, they'll actually go through the walls, which can be used in your favor if you want by doing things like this. And I'll show you whenever I get down here. You can add pools by by building over water or whatever. I just wanted to show that. That's why I did this. But I'll show you.
Oh, I remember when they added climbing. Everybody jumps in and starts climbing the walls.
Was climbing not originally a part of it?
I don't think I don't.
I'm-
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye, dungeon.
Well, parts of it, and you can actually see. You can see the pieces now.
Okay.
See what the pieces look like.
Yeah.
And just to give you an idea, it does use the hammer,
Okay.
like the building hammer. These are all the dungeon pieces that you can do, and there is a key to what all the symbols mean. I'm not super privy to what it all means. I know that whenever you see like a dotted line, that means there's an open roof.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, if there's like a hold on, pull out the hammer again. If there's a circle, there's some kind of circular something in the thing itself, or a dome, or something along that line. If there is, trying to remember if there is an indication to how many entrances there are. I think like depend if I forget where it says it cuts off, because there's some that are just like, oh, that's the end, and I don't know where they are. See, dotted line, open roof.
So it's an open roof dome.
Yeah. So yeah, like that.
Okay.
And this one's like a pretzel. It's got a little pretzel symbol right next to it.
Okay. Does it mean it wraps around or something? Oh, yeah.
It does this. Yeah, see? Yeah, and these are... My understanding is that these cave pieces are the same ones that are in the game currently. Like, she did not make them. Sanya is her name, or Sanya is her name, or Senya. She did not make them, from my understanding. what I believe she did is she took the cave pieces. When I say she didn't make them, I mean she didn't sculpt them.
Yeah.
Uh, but she did take the cave pieces that existed in the game and made them into um, like building objects is what she did. And she also, I mean, there was a lot of work that went in. I say she didn't make them. It makes it sound like she didn't. There wasn't a lot of work involved. There was a lot of work involved in doing this. Um, she also uh, she also added little things like let me do one of the seams. Like you can see the seam here. I'm gonna get rid of that. There are seam covers. There's two of them. And if I can get this aligned right, like this,
Oh.
seam's gone.
Huh.
Now, yeah, now you can't see. You can see where the seam is if you're looking real close.
Yeah,
But this-
there's that
but-
slight discoloration, like.
Yeah, but if you're just going through the dungeon, you're not going to notice it.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, there's cave entrances and things along that line. She also has. Let me get. I think it's under decoration. All these SVS things. Those are all hers. These are all the ones. The woman that made the cave system made everything that says SVS. That's all hers.
Okay.
I don't know if that worked. I can't tell if that worked. I don't think it worked.
What were you trying to do?
It says a blood decal. I was wondering what that was. I don't even know.
On the floor? I mean, spilled blood on the floor?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work in the. It might be too bright. Might just not be seeing it. I don't know. I've literally never used them. I use other things for like that sort of thing. Cats and dogs. It's a cat. And these are just stationary. They're not like
These
what
are
would you call them?
decorative.
Yeah, they're decorative.
Okay.
Cobwebs. These are real neat. I love cobwebs. They look great.
Oh, look at them blowing in the wind.
Yeah. They look really good. There's all sorts of different shapes of those.
Like some creepy spiders, too.
Yeah.
One thing this
I'm
game
gonna-
definitely has is creepy spiders. Cattle!
Yeah.
Every dungeon needs a cow.
There you go.
Put a cow up in the spider web. Aw, doesn't let you. Oh, yeah, it does. There he goes.
Yeah, there. He's caught. That's a map.
Ah.
There's gotta be. There is one. Well, what's a wizard? Oh gosh, I forgot about these. I forgot these were in here. These are circles.
Just wizard symbols? Oh, there's a skull.
Well, the skull is just indicating where it's going to be.
Oh, okay.
Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
And you can turn it off and on.
Wow.
I'm not placing it. I'm not picking it up. It's there. So if you can do that, you can turn it off and on by just clicking on it.
Huh.
or not clicking on it, but tapping E. I'd forgotten those were in that. Yeah, those are cool. There's some really like elaborate ones. Let's see if I can find a really elaborate one.
That one looks like it's shooting things in the air.
Not that one.
I feel cheated. Where's the stuff that looks like it should be in the air? Okay, that's really pretty though. Nice and flamey.
I know there's ones that have things that come out of it.
Yeah, that looks like it should. That's what the pictures, look like. But it doesn't seem to be happening.
Yeah, why it's not working. Wonder if this one does it. Nope. Maybe it's too bright. I'm gonna make it dark. Oh, what's the time? What's the time for this work? It's kind of dusky. You can kind of see it better. Oh yeah, they used to have. Did she take them out? I just not know it. They used to have things like around the rim that would rotate with everything else. Maybe she took them out. Maybe they were causing too much lag.
Yeah, because it looks like stuff is supposed to be coming out. Do you have a setting that prevents that or something, or?
Not that I'm aware of. She has. I'll show it to you. She's got like special tools. So maybe it's one of the tools.
Yeah, see all this stuff, folks. So much stuff. You want to take a decisionally challenged girl into there. Woo!
This is all that's in Conan already. I haven't even got to the mod stuff yet. Here's your mod stuff. You're starting in the mod. There's some wild stuff that Exiles Extreme has. It's just so weird. Some of the stuff is just weird. Okay, here's her tools. Let me clean. I don't. I don't see. Oh, what's this circle? I think that gets rid of it. Oh, I forgot she has these. Okay, hold on. Let me.
Circle X, remove all. Fog, web.
Yeah, those
box
are.
Of
yeah.
Snow. Box of snow.
Yes. Let me show you these. These are crazy, and I love them. The Son of Skelos is what I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Yeah, these things are just nuts, and I love them. Okay.
All right. There's the box of something.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just put it in the wall or wait?
Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you just a second. I'm gonna make it so you can see the box.
All right.
If I can remember how to do it.
So much stuff that Larry can't even remember it all.
Okay. So, see the blue box?
Mm-hmm.
Normally you don't. Or you can. You can turn it off and on. So if you were to come up here right now, you'd see the blue box.
All right.
Because I have it turned on. And if you notice, when I go in there, it gets brighter.
Oh.
And so this is going to blind everybody. But see where the sun is?
Yes.
See where the sun is now?
No,
It's not there.
Yeah.
It changes the time of day just inside the box.
And do you have to put a bunch of boxes together if you want a big
No, you
area?
can change
Do you
this-
change the size of the box?
You change the size of the box.
Wow.
Yeah, so right now it's set for 1400 hours, so 2 o'clock. And then it's a 2x2 right now, which I believe is foundations, 2 foundations by 2 foundations by 2 foundations.
Okay.
So you can set it as there is a render limit to it. I forget what it is off the top of my head, but it is pretty darn far. Like it'll go. I think it goes out as far as your render settings are. So I don't remember what the max is off the top of my head, but whatever your render settings are, it'll go that far. So as long as that skull right here is being rendered, the sky will be rendered.
Okay.
I've used it to kind of make this like weird magic person that can control the time of day. So it's always like 7 in the evening every time you go to that hut. And so this is the sun. This is just the sun one. But there is also like you saw, there was the snow and there was the rain. All of that. So it's just I probably will not be I will probably not be using that during well, maybe I will. I don't know. I'll probably not be using it during the dungeon, but I thought I would show this to you because it's
that's
really cool thing. Yeah. Also, one of the things that happens, it might not be this big a deal right now. Yeah. Okay. So you'll notice it's super hard to get that to get the cobweb to pick it to target it. I can't even do it. So she has these other tools.
So many tools, man. So many.
I know,
tools.
right? She has these tools, so if I highlight it, then I don't click it. I gotta, yeah. I can clean up that way. I put my mouse over where the web is, and then I turn the web off and on, and it'll clean it up.
Okay.
Same with the circles. These circles. Cleaned up the circle. Because sometimes those things that are like painted on like that and cobwebs and things along that line are really hard to target, and this just allows for easier cleanup.
Ah,
She does the same. She has a fog machine as well that does the same thing. You
fog
clean up.
machine.
It's not a fog machine. I called it a fog machine, but it's not a fog machine. It's a it just makes fog.
I mean, that's
See if I can
basically a
find it.
fog machine.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, isn't that exactly what a fog machine is, man?
Yeah, here you go. This kind of shows you where it's going to be, but it's actually bigger than this square. It's a little bit bigger than this square. Maybe. Might be a lot bigger than the square.
Let's see. It looks like one of those puppy pads you lay down in your house.
It is. That's exactly what it is. But it starts steaming. It sometimes takes a minute.
Oh, sometimes those puppy pads are steaming too.
That's right.
Did it not start? Do you have to turn it on or something?
I don't think I have to turn it on. Why is this one not starting? Is there some, is oh, there it goes. Oh, it's really faint.
Oh, there we
there.
go. I can see a little bit now.
Yeah. It was just hard to see. Oh, there it is. Now it's going. Now it's really going on this side.
Okay, you just have to really give it some time to...
Yeah. You got to give it time to build up and, you know, process the fog. It smells like cotton candy. Anybody that's been in theater and has been around a fog machine knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And obviously these are like impossible to pick up, so she does have a defogger.
But if you have a bunch of them, like, just stuffed in your world somehow, and you can't pick it up or move it, I mean, doesn't that bog your system down? Doesn't that bog it down?
If it's being rendered, yeah, it can. That's why you want to. That's what you want to be kind of sparing with some of this stuff, especially the effects.
Fine. Take all the fun out of it.
I know, but I will be using fog. Just to let you know, be using fog in that dungeon for sure.
Nice. Make sure it builds up after a few days, you know? None of this little half-inch on the ground stuff. We want real fog.
There's big. Maybe I should get a bigger one.
Bigger fog.
Yeah, there is bigger fogs. Dense fog. Oh, I missed one. There it goes. Let's see how dense this is. There it goes. It's building faster. It doesn't look any more dense, though. It's bigger. Yeah, it's more dense. Could be better. All right. That's. I mean, I didn't go into all the decorations, just some of the really interesting ones for Shadows of Skelos. Obviously, I mean, I don't want to say obviously, but it does have a bunch of other, I mean, a truckload of decorations that we will be using. Um,
You will be hamstringing your server and your dungeon, yeah. We want to see all the accoutrements, man.
I will do my best to show off as much as I possibly can. Yeah. Um, anything I'm missing? Was there something that we didn't hit?
I mean, how would I
Uh,
know?
I'm trying to think. I don't think there is. I think that's a taste of everything. Obviously, it's not everything. It's not anywhere close to everything.
So
Yeah.
these dungeon modules, you can just lay them out anywhere in your world. They're gonna look funny, but you can just lay them anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. You can put them in as long as you can put the initial single foundation, you're good. You can. One of the things that I have done in the past is I'll put like this entrance here is its own thing. Oh, it's actually the first. Huh. I misaligned that. Anyway, I put it towards the end here. But anyway, regardless. So this beginning, what I've done sometimes is I have put the entrance like next to something else, and then put one of these guys.
What is that?
This is a portal, and I can tell I can what I can do then is portal. They go into the cave. So they'll hit the portal and they'll appear in another location on the map, but it's like it's set to be inside the cave. Does that make sense?
So you
Like
could put an entrance by itself somewhere. Like,
yes.
you could just lay the entrance next to a rock or a house or a basement, and then it teleports everybody to wherever you built the actual dungeon.
Yes, exactly.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, it does look like a bit of an eyesore out, if you're standing out.
Right, yeah, like you would never do what I just did. You don't do what you would end up doing. So if you're on the basic map, this area up here is you can actually build up here.
Yeah, that's where the underground dungeons are, though, in the game, isn't it?
No, there's nothing up there.
I thought that's where, like, some of the where when you went into instances, they sent you that way.
Right, most of those are actually over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of those are actually over here, and you could build over here too if you really wanted to. But this area is mostly, it's kind of a mild temperate climate. Like it's pretty much the same climate that's right here, and you can build it over here. And if you wanted and let's see the fence or the wall, it goes along this line here. So you can ghost through the wall and start building over here. But you need that less building restrictions mod in order to do that.
Okay.
So you get the less building restrictions mod. You get the dungeon, the Shadows of Skelos 3 mod, and you just build your dungeon out here, as big as you want. To be honest.
Wow.
Because I mean, if the War Maker dungeon, if I am not mistaken, is over here, and that's a pretty big dungeon, and I don't think it takes up more than maybe 2 squares. Just to give you an idea, that's how you can build huge dungeon out here if you really, really wanted to spend time on it. unless unless of course you have a mod that actually puts something out here, which there are.
Oh.
There are mods that do that.
What gets put out there? What are some
There's
examples?
there's a couple of different ones. I, I I forget what the names of them are off the top of my head. One of them is it's like Rebirth or something along that line, and basically it just that one just puts a forest up here. Essentially, is all it does. It just takes this that's right here. It has a little bit so that your jungle it it has about this much jungle, and then the rest of it is a forest. Uh, and
Okay.
then there's one that is pretty extensive. I don't know how done it is. I forget the name of it now off the top of my head as well, but it puts so it continues this mountain range, and there's a mountain range back here, and there's a cave system in this area, and then you've got the jungle they continue the jungle a little bit right here. They continue this forest thing going to about right here, and it's got lakes and stuff. It's pretty insane. There's one of them
Wow.
that does really good job at it, but it's not I don't think it's 100% complete. So um
Huh.
yeah, but it opens. So if you I didn't even mention some of these. So the guy that makes um, that made the War Maker dungeon, he also did
Mm-hmm.
the Cellar dungeon as well. He has a series of mods that adds to it doesn't. I don't think it builds up any in here, um, but he has a mod that'll add river boats to this that are going up and down the river.
Okay.
He has one that'll continue this section of islands over here with a cave system, and actually there is a underground like an underwater dungeon that he put in here. Um, there, this I think it's this area here has a city, kind of like I can never say that right. The one that's over here, the city that's over here.
Yeah.
He does another city right here. Uh, he does another. There's another dungeon over in this area inside one of the islands. I'm trying to think. His name is Snow Hunter. One of the if you want a map mod made, Snow Hunter is one of the guys you go is like one of the main guys you go to because he's really good at it. And in fact, he's so good that the Funcom hired him. that's how that's how good he was at it.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, I'm not going to be doing any of those. I mean, I don't mind showing them off sometime, but yeah, I've had servers where I've used Snow Hunters mods, and I really like them. And uh, if it wasn't on, if if he made his own map, I would play on that map probably exclusively because
Oh,
that's how
wow.
he's just really good at capturing like so a lot of the guys that make like you might have noticed from the last map that we were on last time with the floating rocks and everything that it is about most people like stop at about 90%. You know what I mean? Like they'll get a map done 90% of and then call it quits. Snow Hunter does 100%. Like it if he launches a map and says it's done, it is done. Like every little nook and cranny is just phenomenal. He has one map that takes this area down here and puts 3 pyramids in it and with their own dungeon inside the pyramid. He's just phenomenal. One of the best
Wow.
modders that I've seen. Yeah. Anyway,
That's pretty incredible.
yeah, it is. He does. Um, I might have to show those off sometime just for fun because they are in, and he has also built them so that they work within like the existing Conan, not only Conan lore, but like the level, like this level distribution as well. So if he's built something over in the jungle, it's of the same skill level as what you would need in order to navigate the jungle. Or if he's built something in the desert area or the savannah or whatever, it matches that. It kind of matches that skill level.
Okay.
Now, of course, as as an admin, I changed all of that.
All this amazing stuff, but now I just tossed it out the window.
I I, uh, I set my own levels for all of my NPCs and whatnot that roamed around there, and because I just yeah, I, I think things are a little too easy in Conan. It's no longer once you hit level 60 in Conan, it's kind of a cakewalk for a lot of this stuff. And then there's some mods that even go even further than that. They'll go up to uh, 300 level 300, so, which means you have every attribute filled to the max. I don't necessarily like that style myself. I like to have some nuance to characters when it comes to skill levels. All right,
Yeah.
well that's it for now.
For now. So, do you actually think you would have now you're down to 2 weeks? Do you think you can
Yeah,
have a dungeon built? Well, if we're mostly doing character creation, so I guess technically you still have another month then.
yeah, yeah. I will be building it over the next couple weeks. So it I don't know how I should have most of it done. I would say in 2 weeks, but I'm not going to have people go there. I'm not going to have you guys start there. Uh, so what I'll end up doing over the next couple weeks is kind of setting up like a starting zone, if you will, so that
Okay.
people can kind of see the thing. I'll set up a few mannequins, I guess, for lack of a better term, that have like some of the ideas of what you can do with character design and that kind of thing, and then you guys can just roll with that for an hour. And then do we? Now I'm going to leave it up to you to find some people to do this with us.
Yeah, I have to see if I can get people who can mesh times with
Yeah,
us to do this. Hopefully, hopefully they can. I'm excited to give it a try.
yeah,
So,
I'm excited to show it off. It'll be fun.
and we won't be looking at a dungeon this way. I mean, look at that pretzel over there.
Right? Yeah, we will not be seeing the dungeon look like this. All right.
Well, Larry, thank you so much. That really is every single time you show off stuff, it's a lot to digest. There
Yes.
are so many things involved. And I mean, just oh yeah, look at how the fog's doing now.
Oh, I didn't see that. What?
Other way, other way, other way.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
there's definitely more fog this time. I just, I mean, I look at all those different things and having the variety, I mean, is amazing. But I just about get a panic attack looking at all of that and being like, man, maybe I really just want to stick with verbal gaming and not have to try to build all this stuff. Uh, but it is so exciting too. And I mean, I did crash out. Don't know why. We're gonna blame
Yeah.
mods. I'm blaming mods because mods are trouble.
I'm. I don't know that as
Oh, but
mods.
you never really told us again about Tot.
Oh, Okay, let's get into that.
So
That'll be the end.
I want to, yeah, I kind of want to hear, now that we've told everybody what's been going on.
I'm gonna open up something
Okay.
real quick because I don't want to like misquote anybody. One second. Okay. All right. So, I'm just. I guess I can kind of just read this. And I think this is very important. Tot gave a post on his Discord that
Okay.
basically said that he wanted to make sure that everyone doesn't go to social media or other discords and just cause trouble to anybody about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he had many talks and long talks with Funcom about what he was doing, um, why he was doing it, and basically what ended up coming out of it was that um, uh, that Funcom created some guidelines for modders. Is basically what ultimately happened, and there were 4 general accusations from other people uh, going to like that hit Funcom, and this is why Funcom pulled the mod. He said, "This is from Tot. Tot said that Funcom said that he was accused of taking code and assets from other mods. He had number 2 ignored pleas from other modders. He had number 3 created direct and artificial blockers on other mod features, and number 4 creating an unwelcome toxic environment."
Wow. Okay, so it really was some just grievances.
Yeah, partially.
Oh,
Um,
thank you for the sub, Hikari. Hikari's one I'm going to try to talk into playing this campaign with us.
Sweet.
All right, continue. Okay, so those, I
Okay.
mean, those are some serious things, you know.
Yes. Um, he vehemently denies 2 of them. Like, absolutely, this is wrong. This did not happen. He did not take code or assets from other mods. He said. He says. Uh, Hold on. I'll just read it. He says, "This is simply not true. I was able to explain my background as a developer to Funcom clear the clear the fact that I did not and do not need to obtain the code from anyone to produce my mods and their extended features. I also decided more recently to start streaming in public so that people can see me work and see that I indeed know what I'm doing and uh, or simply enjoy a conversation. Anyone is free to join, even if they don't like me. I hope that these rumors can be put to rest." So basically, because Top Custom, like for instance, all the pieces of armor that you see in Tot Custom do not come from Tot Custom.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they are from other mods or from the base game itself, and he just pulls from the data table and puts it into his mod.
Mm-hmm.
So so I mean, it's understandable if you are unfamiliar with how that works, and also it's understandable because there has been some things in the past where some modders have stolen assets from other modders. So it's not an unreasonable um like it's not an unreasonable accusation. However, other than to say, um, just if you knew how his mod worked, you would understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just if you
Mm-hmm.
dug just a little bit deeper, you would see that, oh, he's not stealing assets.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right,
That makes sense.
and then the ignoring pleas from other modders. He said that this was also not true. As explained to Funcom, I complied with the requests that were sent my way. I also, um, he said, I also might have been rude on occasion. I do plan to get better at this and respond in a more polite, thoughtful manner. I apologize to everyone who felt offended by my past conduct. So, um, and this is true too. So, for instance, the person that made the uh,
Complaint.
role play, the role play aesthetics.
Okay.
She had asked Tot to originally Tot Custom used the scars and face paints and stuff like that from her mod,
Mm-hmm.
and she had asked Tot to stop doing that, to take those out, and he did. His mod stopped using her assets, and so she wasn't the only one that did it. I'm just using that as an example.
Mm-hmm.
um there were others that told Tot that they did not want their stuff to be in his mod, to appear in any way in his mod, so he removed them. He basically, if because they all have an ID number. And so
Mm-hmm.
basically he just in simplest terms told his mod to ignore these ID numbers,
Now,
and
does
it
his
did.
mod work with those other mods? If people want that stuff, they can go get the other mod and it'll work together? Or.
No. No, because uh he because they asked him not to. They asked him not to include their stuff in his mod. Now you could still use their stuff.
Like, if, yeah, like if you got their mod and put it in your thing and you're using Tot, you can use them both?
um
Or no?
Generally yes. Generally yes.
Okay.
I will get into a specific example where you cannot,
Okay.
in one of the other things. So the third thing that he was accused of was creating direct and artificial blockers for other mods features, and he said that this is true. He did do this, um, but he says this is true. It was done to ensure partial compatibility with specific mods. Without those, meaning the blockers, without those, a narrow selection of mods would be completely incompatible. And he said, I have agreed to remove these blockers, which will make that selection of mods incompatible with Tot Custom
Okay.
after the next thing. So, um, yeah, so the example I gave before, roleplay aesthetics,
Mm-hmm.
um, he had to put in blockers in order for that mod to work with his mod, so that literally the server doesn't crash. And so, but because of this situation, and because Funcom said you can't do that without the permission of the original modder, you cannot create a block on your mod if the original modders told you not to. He
Okay.
he removed that block. So that means, and this is kind of the opposite of what they were intending. It means that now server admins have to choose in this, just as an instance, as a for instance, have to choose between using uh, role play aesthetics or using Tot Custom.
Oh, and that's why you don't have the roleplay aesthetics anymore.
That's why I do not have roleplay aesthetics, because it will crash the server.
Oh. Well, that's kind of a bummer. But I can
Yeah,
understand.
it really is that. And but so and he has talked to the Tot has talked to the owner of Roleplay Aesthetics. I think on multiple occasions they do not get along at all. He's he admits it, and I've run into situations personally with Tot where I was just didn't want to have to deal with him because he's very rude, very crass. He's very like he doesn't have a lot of tact. Let's put it that way. That's a nice way to put it. But he does really good work, and he is in his intentions are generally good. I don't really see him having bad intentions on what he's doing. So when he added the block to for roleplay aesthetics, for instance, it was so that people could still use roleplay aesthetics on their servers without it crashing.
Mm-hmm.
However, now since he doesn't have permission and in order for Funcom to release the ban or lift the ban on his mod, he had to promise that he would remove that block, and
That
which he did.
that
And
just seems
now,
weird to me because now making people choose like that, if there's more to Tot Custom, then it's like the other modder is missing out.
yeah, yes, okay,
I mean, that's
fully my opinion here. I think, um, I think the creator of roleplay aesthetics made a huge mistake because now servers are having to choose between her mod and Tot's mod. And frankly, Tot's mod has a lot more to offer, and does a lot more for the server in general than hers. Although hers is good and has a lot of great stuff in it, it's not worth like when you're trying to balance between what your players want on your server, they're going to want the stuff that's in Tot versus the stuff that's in roleplay aesthetic.
that's too bad.
Yeah, she kind of shot herself in the foot. And if I and this is my opinion, and it's in speculating, I think she was part of the people that kind of reported him. I'm not saying that she's solely the only one that did any kind of reporting, but I do believe that she was part of it because her disagreements with Tot have been very public.
Ah. Well, he definitely doesn't sound like someone winning in the social etiquette department.
No, he is not.
And he has acknowledged that, it sounds like, and has said we'll work on it. I mean, that's good. That's you know.
Yeah, really, that's all you can really ask for. And I mean, he has put on his Discord server, he has put in admins that are or moderators, whatever you want to call them, on his server to kind of be a buffer between him
And the public.
and the public, if you will. Because I get. I mean, you and I understand this because we've worked with a lot of different developers, and
Uh-huh.
we know for certain that not every developer should be a customer facing developer.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, it's just like in life. That's not every person is, a customer service customer kind of person. Just in my family, I'm like the only one. Everyone else is all like, please let me be at the background. My whole family, everyone wants to be in the background. Nobody wants to be the one talking to people. Even at MOP, how many like, oh yeah, how about go to conventions and check out all this, and it's like a lot of them like, yeah, how about no?
Yeah.
You know, how about no? It's like, and I'm all like, heck yeah, let me go. Let's go talk to people, you know? So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just different. It's
just
a
part of
skill
life.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a skill set that not everybody's going to have, and you shouldn't expect everybody to have it. And it's like the fact that, I mean, the stuff that Tot does, there is absolutely no way I could do it. So I'm glad he is there to do that.
Yeah.
And
I'll go talk to the people. You make the stuff. We're good this
yeah,
way.
exactly.
I'm good with this. I'm my son. He's studying the programming and to make the games. It's like, you go right ahead. Have at it. I'll sit back here and I'll just be the social person, and you do all that little hard programming stuff. I'm good. This works. This works in my favor. So I do get that. And actually, I think having the I don't know what you want to call it, just the enough social intelligence to recognize when you can't be a front-facing, customer serving position. That's actually an important thing, because we've run into a number of situations where the spokesman for a game is somebody that you're like, somebody please take them back to a closed room, leave them in there, and don't let them talk to the press about the game, because this is going very, very badly. Or don't talk to the public about the game, because your skill set is freakishly amazing here, and it's not in talking to the people. And there have been, instances where we wince and we just go, oh, that would go so much better if you weren't trying to talk to,
Yeah.
And it's that way in a lot of businesses and everything. And I think, though, it shows quite a bit is when you get into things like programming and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a real big delineation between I'm a social butterfly and I can make code sing like a baby, right? It can mix, but so that he'd do that and has some people to be his buffer. I think that's good. It's not saying, oh yeah, I'm going to become a great, happy, and kind person to everybody, because that may not be totally realistic, and I understand that, at least. So then, just stop being the one to interact with everybody, and there you've kind of fixed it, right? But
exactly, yeah, exactly. And just to kind of round everything out, he's already mentioned that he's gonna, because one of the things he was accused of was making an unwelcoming, toxic environment, and we're just talking, and he says he's working on it, and he's committed to getting better at handling that kind of situation. And I think that again, like we mentioned, putting those moderators up in front of him to kind of be the spokespeople for the Discord is good. And also, so he did finish it out by saying that the two mods, there are two mods that will not work, 100% crash if you use Tot Custom. One of them is RA Roleplay Aesthetics character customization. That will crash. And also another one called Aquilonian Passion Body. I don't know what that one is. I've actually never used it. So
well, now I understand why you don't have that character and stuff anymore, because you had to make the choice, and Tot Custom wins.
Yeah, that's why.
That kind of makes me sad, because I kind of, I was digging on that mod. that feels like the person's missing out on having a lot of people using it, but maybe they don't care.
It maybe not, and I don't know if I don't remember who I said this to, but I did say that, maybe that is exactly what uh, roleplay aesthetics was looking for. Maybe she doesn't want to cater to a large audience, which is fine. It's absolutely fine if that's what you're looking for.
Oh yeah,
If you
maybe
want,
it's easier to have a smaller audience.
yeah, for
Maybe.
sure.
So
I mean, personally, I don't like large servers for Conan Exiles. So I understand I understand the want of maybe a smaller audience, and maybe that's what she's looking for. She can, and that way she can focus on just that segment of people that um really enjoy what she's done, and she can, it's more, it can be maybe more collaborative with her audience than if it's the large audience, because once you have a large audience, it's really hard to be collaborative with them.
oh yeah.
And so maybe that's what she's looking for, which is fine. It's great. I hope it works out, and I mean that
I'm
in
still
all
gonna be
sincerity. I'm
sad
not
to
just saying
not.
it.
Yeah, no, I'm still gonna be a little sad because that's just where I just made the cool character.
Yeah.
But see, there it is. Mods. You never know when things are going to switch or change or
Yeah.
What is this?
Now-
The third show where we've had a change. First no Tot, then Tot and no this one.
So also, just to clarify, Tot could have gone a different direction. Tot seriously could have said, "Well, enough of this. I'm going to use, I don't know, Nexus mods now, and that's where I'm going to throw all my stuff. I'm not going to use Steam anymore." He had the the social consciousness or understanding to know that it's the like Steam is the platform that works, and his audience wants to use Steam, and uh, you know, and he probably could have brought a really large group of people with him to what if you went to like Nexus mods or something like that. But yeah, he understands that compromise needs to be made. So it's sad. I really wish that they would, the two mod creators that have been blocked or not blocked. I guess they're not blocked. They're not blocked because
Unblocked, yeah.
they're unblocked, and now people have to choose whether to use their mod or use Tot. Yeah, it's really sad that that's the situation that came out of it, but it is what it is. Maybe this will open up discussions again with those two mod creators and Tot, and maybe they can work something out.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be
depending
great.
on how their goals are, yeah. Like you said,
Yeah.
their goals may not align, and that's understandable, and that's okay. But I'm glad to see that it has worked out, because that was a big mod, and that did a lot, and I know that you had planned a lot through that mod.
Oh yeah.
So, well, that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that with us, Larry, because I was curious, and we talked about it so much before that I wanted to share it with our audience. Now, this is something that you will run into when you do mods, especially if you do multiple mods, that there could be compatibility issues. The compatibility issues that didn't exist may crop up. I mean, there are things to keep in mind. That said, there are a lot of really cool things to make the game fresher and to create the one-shots tabletop-y like campaign, which is something I've really been wanting to do and looking into. So I still have my reservations, but I am leaning towards, maybe I can use some of these and do some fun stuff. So hopefully we're giving everybody the information that they have. Maybe I am the only person who is a non-moddy. I'm non-moddy.
I don't think you're the only one. In fact, I know you're not, because I've actually on the Funcom server whenever Tot was having the issue, there was a big thread on Funcom server regarding it, and there were several people that were like, "What is this? Oh, I've been running without mods forever. I don't even know what this is about."
Yeah. So, okay, well, I mean, maybe there's a handful of us. But we do have an entire series if you guys want to look. We read over a ton of mods today that Larry has put on the server, and a number of them have been highlighted on other streams. So if you guys want to go check those out, then you can do that by going to massivelyop.com. And let's see. I'll just put a link here into chat. And actually, if you use that, one of the tags on the bottom is convince MJ that mods are good. And that will take you to this whole series. And of course, you can check out other Conan Exiles streams and news. In fact, there is more news coming up. I don't know if it's under embargo or anything, so I'm not going to say anything, but I get to go learn some new stuff soon. And
For Conan?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And so I'll get to share that by the end of the month that I know of. And so look forward to that right there on massivelyop.com. In the meantime, watch all sorts of streams. The calendar is there on the front page and every stream page. And gosh, there's just a lot. I know, I was like, does Larry want to go see that? I don't know, but it's during a time I think you have to work.
Probably.
Yeah, it's pretty early in the morning. So thanks so much to everybody for coming and being a part, to our amazing viewers and our subscribers. Holy cow, we got a new one on stream today. Corey, thank you so much. 67 months of subscribing. It's stinking amazing. Man, I can't even think 67 is like, is that a good year for cars? Just such a huge number. And of course, thank you to everybody for supporting us on massivelyop.com. Our ad whitelisters, our commenters, our whole community there, and of course, our Patreon donors. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for letting us continue to do this for you. And look forward to 2 weeks from now. I don't know if it will be a Wednesday or a Saturday. It's probably the Saturday one. And we'll be making some characters and preparing for a campaign. I'm excited. Let me know if you want to join in, folks. Use the chat right there to talk about it. And, Hikari, my first car was a 67 Mustang. Oh, my heart. Oh, man. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. With that, I'm going to go and be sad, dream about Mustangs now. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you next time.
Bye.